fear don't enter one chance, I swear, oh, now go with the go so, Yes, men, they kill us every day, for them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they here they run to? Move it down. I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat your love. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive them. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come more. It is very close and they feel more. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it down. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collected bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses. One of them they shoot us anytime they hear our voice.
Kiwe wesu garani orianya nine oria nine nke pụrịta kwasa mmadụ dị ndụ n'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye na-agwọ ọrịa anyị wee na-akpọkụ gị onwe gị bụ sunele nke ndị agha ka igwe mere anyị ebere ka akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka ude nke anyị na-asụ wee bịa n'iru gị ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee guzosi ike ka anyị wee n'ikpeta maazị nye ha sọgotụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'ebighị ebi mara n'ebighị ebi ise mma mma dịrị gị Chineke mama dịrị.
Never go about deliberately looking for who to disturb. Who is going about deliberately looking for who to disturb? You say never go about. Then you don't need to go about. They will come. They will come for you. You don't need to go about. What did our leader say about these people? I want you to listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Say, please don't go about looking for trouble. Chai! The Shoji. Mad people everywhere. I want you to listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
That the structures doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of a
rather than going on now. Now, let me ask you. I know. Why don't your group put?
For those who will always say, "Oh, why don't you win election? Why don't you bring somebody who is going to win election for you? Why don't you go to national conference? Why don't you do this?" Listen to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu answered.
Push for that in a place like the national conference that is going on now to get that kind of autonomy first, rather than now pushing for independence without whether Nigeria wants it or not.
The fact of the matter is that the structures doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of a democratic Biafra within a peaceful setting does not currently exist in that very place you call Nigeria. Mind you, that is the name of a river. Up north, you call them Niger, which is French. If you come down a little bit, it is called Niger, which is English. And the people that live around it are called Nigerians. The only place, or part of the only place in Black Africa where you name a people after a river. I have never seen any civilized country in the world where people are named after a river. It's never happened before. The people own the river, not the other way around. By tacitly accepting the word and the tag Nigeria, what it means is that you never had any history until Frederick Lugard came, which is a fallacy, it's an abomination, and nobody should be saying that. Coming back to what you said, there is no way we can run for office as a political party. We tried it with ABGA and it did not work. These issues were trashed out very well. Is that the people that control the levers of power within Nigeria are not politically sophisticated enough to appreciate the finer points of political discourse. In other words, that disputes resolution can best be conducted within a political setting where people are civilized. And I'm afraid to say that what I see in the zoo they call Nigeria, people are not civilized.
Now, we're out of time, but let me ask you, last week, I believe, the Biafran Zionist movement claimed a responsibility for the attack at the attacks in the Enugu State Government House. Are you familiar with that group, and what was the mission of that attack?
I am familiar with a lot of groups. That name rings a bell. Anybody that can do anything to disrupt the present orthodoxy of governance by a group of very corrupt cabals is welcome. In that regard, I welcome what they did at Enugu, and I hope that people can come out and join us when the time comes to overthrow the very corrupt, inept old men and women in charge of that very place, because Biafra must exist. It's our right to make sure it happens.
All right.
While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group, while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group whatsoever, just like I am supporting any group at all, so long as you are fighting against Nigeria. While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not supporting, is not condemning any group, the people that claim follow him today, they say Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is this. Simon Ekpa is that. After 10 good months of fighting Simon Ekpa, they didn't achieve anything. After 10 months of fighting Simon Ekpa, they didn't achieve anything. Yet, they are now changing tone. Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is the leader of a non-government. Chai! This OG. And they are looking for freedom. You see, the more you blackmail me, the more you are blackmailing yourself. You think you are blackmailing me. You are blackmailing yourself. You don't know that? When the BBC came and do their nonsense disinformation, is it only Simon Ekpa that they showed his picture? Is it only Simon Ekpa? You all were there. All of you were there. You could not even defend yourself. The same Simon Ekpa you are calling all manner of names defended you there. And let me tell you, even when they mentioned Simon Ekpa, the issue they mentioned Simon Ekpa there was not even, I can defend anything I say. All of you could not defend yourself, yet, you blackmail me. You think that when you blackmail me, when they want to call them, they call only Ekpa. All of you, your picture were there. Did you see my picture in the write-up? No. My picture was my video was hidden in the video. But all of you, your picture was there. Every day you look for Simon Ekpa, you post. Simon Ekpa is one porter. Simon Ekpa is a Berima. Simon Ekpa is this. When the thing begin to happen, you think it doesn't, they will call you. And when the issue started, you could not defend yourself. You couldn't defend yourself. BBC did not say it was Simon Ekpa. BBC put your picture, all of you, as you were blackmailing Simon Ekpa, they did not say it was, they put all of your picture. So this one, they say, we are going to kill this one, we are going to kill that one. All of your picture was there. Your video was there. Yet, you will wake up every day to blackmail Simon Ekpa. And every day, if you don't, of course, some of you can never learn. Hatred and jealousy of Simon Ekpa have beclouded the brain that you don't even have at all. I do not know when they are going to learn. They think when they promote Simon Ekpa by calling Simon Ekpa criminal, the BBC will come and say Simon Ekpa. All of you, the more you are calling me a terrorist, the way you are calling me a terrorist is the same thing you are calling yourself. You think when you be a terrorist, oh, Jesus Christ. This BBC disinformation should have teach all of you a lesson. You think when you come to social media, because you hate me, because you are jealous of me, because you don't like me, you think when you call me criminal, you are going to pay for everything you say. You are going to pay. You carry my name and blackmail. Simon Ekpa is the leader of a non-government. Simon Ekpa is this one. Simon Ekpa is that one. You see the way BBC is dealing with you people? If anything is going to happen anywhere, you are going to also be dragged into it. And you can't even defend yourself. It's a body boss. It's in Pataka. Everywhere. Get yourself.
Welcome. Thank you for joining me on this very evening program. We have come back for our evening program. I thank you all who have been able to join us on this evening section. I can understand it's not been easy for any one of us. It is a very difficult time. But I thank you in the midst of all the difficult situations, so many of us are still hanging on. I tell you, when you look at the situation of things, you see reasons why you will stop talking about Biafra. You will see some people will make you angry. Your brothers, your sisters, fellow agitators will make you angry to stop. But when you look left and right, you see that there's no other alternative except you, except me. That is why we always come up. We have done our morning program, and this is the evening section. For those who were not able to join us in the morning, and some people who join us in the morning are still here. That is how important the freedom is for us. For the people that are joining us for the very first time, or those who are going to come across our video for the very first time, in this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't preach hate. We do not come here to attack any religion or any race. What we do in this platform is to stand against everything that stands against Biafra. We are here to reveal the criminality of Nigerian government against its own people, against the Biafran people. We are here to expose the war that Nigerian government have declared against the Biafran people. That is what we have been doing, and that is what we are going to continue to do. We have come to this platform this evening to continue to propagate the gospel of Biafra. As long as you are genuinely sitting and asking for Biafra, we are here for you and we will stand for you. We are not here to promote any individual. We are not here to promote any group of society. What we are fighting for and promoting is Biafra. That Biafra that belongs to everyone that is from the old southeastern region, the present south-south, southeast, Lower Kogi and Lower Benue. If you are in that region, that Biafra that our supreme leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu preached, that Biafra that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have united together in his words, that Biafra that is together today, observing a sit at home, that is the Biafra we preach. And we will continue to preach it. The only thing that can lead us to our destination is unity. It is because of unity that we have been able to hold sit at home for more than 5 years, for more than 4 years, almost 5 years counting. Biafrans are sitting at home, undeterred, against all odds, against all the attack, all the propaganda, all the blackmail that is coming from right, left, and center. The Biafran people continue to sit at home. It is something that we have signed up for. And we will continue to sit at home until Biafra is finally restored. And we say that if you have any reason why we should stop sit at home, please come and tell us. Whether you are a one Nigerian, whether you are a Biafran and you are talking down on sit at home, you don't want it, the link is there on the comment section. Come and give us your reasons why you think that we should stop the sit at home. In my own view, personally, according to what we have heard and according to what we have seen, according to experience, the only solution and alternative that we have is sit at home. We don't have any other plan or any other strategy that can be able to overthrow sit at home. We have not seen that. Until I see another strategy that is superior to sit at home, a strategy that can make us hear our voice, at the same time, speak up and protect the life of people. Until I see that, then you can come out and begin to convince me to stop talking about sit at home. And that is why I believe my Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, he said, we will not stop until Biafra is free. That is what Mazi Simon said. We will not stop sit at home until Biafra is free. We will not stop until Biafra is free. And that is why we have continued to do what we have to do. That is why Biafrans in Biafra land today, they are still, even as I thank Biafrans in Biafra land. Biafran people in Biafra land, you are very special people. Being in the front line. So many of us who are living abroad, making noise online, cannot do what you are doing on the ground. I bet you. So many of us, if we are to be in Nigeria, we will not do what we are doing today. But there are people in Nigeria, in the face of every challenges, in the face of every blackmail, propaganda, loss of life attack, yet they are speaking on Biafra. They are active in the quest for Biafra. My greetings to every one of you. My respect to every one of you. People in Biafra land, it is not easy. It is not easy. Anybody that thinks it's easy, go and try. It's not enough to make a noise online and talk and shout at that. Go on the ground and do what they are doing. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect every Biafran. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect every Biafran man, woman in Biafra land. For helping us to have a voice. For helping us to have the attention of the world. Because making the noise online is okay. It is important. But after making noise on the line, the international communities will look for evidence. They want to see things on the ground. Noise making online is not enough. The international communities want to see things on the ground because we are talking about a nation. They want to see the people who are in that nation, people who are on the ground, how they feel, what they think, what is their own take. You think they can base their judgment on you that is abroad? No. They cannot base their judgment on it abroad. First consideration, the first consideration are the people who are in the front line, the people on the ground. They are the first consideration. They will consider them first before it, because they are the one facing the hardship, the genocide, the attack. They are the ones who are subjected to those inhuman treatments. So they are the first people to be considered before any other person. That is why sit at home is very important. Very, very important for all of us. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Don't allow anybody to distract you. Don't wait for anybody to beg you. Don't wait for any enforcement. Nobody is enforcing. Nobody is enforcing. The spirit of Biafra have announced it. Preach it to every one of us in our heart, in our soul. If you decide to ignore it, it is your business and you will face the consequence when it comes. But I bet you, I know Biafrans are committed and dedicated to be free. And we will do everything humanly possible. We will continue to do everything humanly possible to see that Biafra is free. It does not matter how difficult it is. I know that sometimes it might look very difficult, sometimes even looks impossible, but I bet you we are not giving up. We will never, ever give up, no matter the circumstances, no matter the situation, no matter the attack, no matter the confusion, the blackmail, the propaganda, the divisions. Those of us who are born for this mission will never stop. There are many of us out there who are genuinely seeking the freedom of their people. We will never stop. It doesn't matter how heavy the rain is. It does not matter how heavy the attack is. It doesn't matter the propaganda they are pushing right, left, and center. We will never stop. My fellow Biafrans far and wide, Biafrans across the world, lovers of freedom everywhere. Today, we must stand on the path of history. We must stand on the path of history. The Monday sit at home is not just a routine. I will say it again and again. Monday sit at home, it is not just a routine. It is our civil disobedience, our voice, our weapon of freedom. That is the only voice we have. That is the only weapon we have today. And that is why I am asking those who are playing it down, those who don't want it to continue, I am asking you, when you take away our civil disobedience, the most peaceful way to air our opinion in a tyrannic government, if you take it away, what do you have to offer us? I am asking this question. And I have said it. If you have a superior argument, if you have something superior to offer, please and please don't wait any other second. Bring it up. We want to follow you. If you have something else that is stronger, more effective than sit at home, please. Something that will make the world hear our voice. Something that will make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu legacy is not taken away. Something that will make that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not taken away. Something that is going to continue to create awareness without massive loss of life. If you have such, bring it on the table. I will follow you to announce it. I will join you to propagate it. I will join you to campaign for it. But until then, the only thing that we have today, only means we have to air our opinion, only means we have to draw the attention of the world, the only means we have to make Nigeria remember that there are people who still want Biafra come fire, come rain. It is sit at home. And it is working very, very effectively. I thank Chukwu Kadama the way we have a united front in the sit at home. Even though the enemies have been trying, the government have recruited even Biafrans to fight against it. But yet, the Biafrans continue to sit at home. Biafran people continue to resist. We will never stop resisting. We demand a united front for Biafra so that we can together demand the unconditional release of our Prime Minister Mazi Ekpa and our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We need a united front to forge ahead and demand their release. We cannot achieve that when we break ourselves into pieces. We cannot achieve that when we speak on different tones. We cannot achieve that when people are speaking from different side of their mouth. Everybody have their own personal interest they are chasing. We cannot achieve our freedom through that. We are in a time where we need to do things right, act. We have waited for too long. They can silence one man, but they cannot silence a united people. That is why we must be united. It is easy to silence one man, but people who are determined, you cannot silence them no matter how you try. You cannot. And that is why you see Biafra is formidable. If Biafra were to be something of one man, taking away Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would have ended it. If it is something of one man, taking away Mazi Simon Ekpa would have ended it. But I bet you, the more they take our leaders, the more formidable we become. The more strong we are. The more they give us reason to continue to ask for freedom. And we will continue to ask. Wherever you are and you are watching the video, I want you to know that the task of getting Biafra is your task. It is not an individual thing. The responsibility does not lie on one man. It lies on every single one of us, Tom, Dick, and Harry. Old, young, poor, rich, male, female. The responsibility to restore Biafra lies on us. And until every single one of us begin to take responsibility, until that, we will continue to draw the hand of clock back. We will not stop coming to Biafra. Nobody can stop it. But you will continue to draw the hand of time back. You will continue to make the time postponed. Something we are supposed to achieve in weeks becomes in months. Things we are supposed to achieve in months become to be years. Things we are supposed to achieve in a year become to come in a decade. Things we will achieve in a decade begin to come in a generation. That is the danger of disunity. That is the danger of leaving your responsibility for somebody else. The Biafra we are talking about is our own nation, a land where every one of us will be represented, a land where every one of us will be protected, a land where we will speak and stand by our word, a land where everybody will be equal treatment to everybody. There will be no sacred cow anywhere. A land where you can aspire to any level. There will be no preferential treatment for anybody. A land where you will see equality, the same equality we have in our custom as Biafran people. Biafran people have it in their custom, more especially the Igbo Biafrans, which I know very well. You cannot lord yourself anybody in Igbo land. You can't lord yourself over people. In Igbo land, people are Republican in nature and they are always ready to express their views. In as much as sometimes those Republican views becomes a problem for us. In most cases, the Republican nature turns against us. But at the same time, it does not stop us from being the best of who we are. By the time Biafra is created, we can be able to manage our customs and be who we are supposed to be. Nigeria is not for me. Nigeria is not for you. Nigeria is not for anybody, including those who are pretending that it is working for them. It is not working for anybody. Nigeria is not working for anybody. Not working for the northern, it's not working for the southwestern, it's not working for the southeasterners. It's not working for anybody. But just that there are certain group of criminals, certain group of fraudsters, cabals, who feel that it is working for them because they have established themselves in that fraud. And as long as the fraud lasts, they will continue to be relevant. These are the individuals that are holding sway to make sure that the fake unity continue, the fake amalgamation continue. You have them in various tribes, you have them in various religions, you have them in various sections. Every single one of them, they are pursuing one agenda: to keep their fraudulent float of money. Among them, you have the Biafran people, you have Igbos, you have Yoruba, you have other tribes who are involved in this criminality. How are you going to end it? That is the problem. The only way to end it is to end the zoological republic called Nigeria. There is no other way. There is no other way you can end it. The disunity of Nigeria did not start yesterday, and you can't stop it tomorrow. The disunity, the hatred, the destructive diversity did not start yesterday. This thing is foundational. It is foundational. And when the foundation is faulty, there is nothing the right of it. It is a foundational problem. And the only way to sort out a foundation problem is to destroy that foundation and lay a new foundation. Because if you keep that foundation, whatever you build on top of that foundation must fail. It is a must. It must fall. Anything built on a faulty foundation must fall. It is a must. Not may, it must fall. Nigeria is built on a faulty foundation. A foundation of lies, a foundation of law, of fraud, a foundation of criminality, a foundation of falsehood. That is where Nigeria was built. It didn't start with people. It started from the British. The British, they were the one that laid the foundation, the faulty foundation, the British themselves. What they had was a company, not a country, for their own selfish interests, for economic interests. And that company, instead of them to leave the company, or just sell their company off and go back to where they come from, they decided to turn that company into a country. And they brought people from different regions, people that doesn't have anything in common, people that do not have any single thing in common, no resemblance whatsoever. And they forced them to come together as one by force, because they feel they are superior. And the people who are from Nigeria idiotically accepted that nonsense. That is the battle. So many of us accept that madness. So wherever you are, it is high time we begin to think like human beings. Take responsibility and do things that we have to do. Take responsibility and do things that we have to do. Every one of us have to take responsibility. Stop speaking what you do not know. Stop defending what you do not know. Make inquiries with your, apply your common sense before you put defense to some idiotic things that you defend. When I see some certain thing that people defend, I just look at them and laugh. I have chosen the way I make my broadcast to make sure I do not ignite any kind of confusion, or somebody will not say I confuse you, or maybe I don't do that. I speak sense and speak truth. If you are a hater of truth, I'm sorry. Whenever you come meet my program, you will be having headache. Like so many of them that hate unity. Those that hate unity, when you preach unity, they become crazy. Why would you say we should unite? Why would you say we should unite? My platform is not for you. Go and begin to build your hatred, blackmail, and propaganda where you know you can build it. I don't have a problem with you. Go there and build your propaganda and blackmail. My platform is not for you. The platform where I broadcast, I created it myself. I built it myself. I took it to the standard it is. It didn't start today. This is not my first platform. Every platform I operate, I build it myself and I keep a standard in that platform to speak the truth based on what I know, based on my research. So when you listen to me and you don't understand, I put a link there. You come and make your argument. Put forward the argument. I am open for understanding, argument. We argue, disagree to agree. But for you to be ignorant and claim that you know something, you have something to say, you must not contribute in anything. You mustn't speak when people are speaking. And that is where I can be in an environment for years. You will not hear my voice. I don't speak until when my voice is needed. I might be in the group. You can't hear me speak. You can't hear me utter a word. I'll be watching and looking until when it is necessary. Until when it is necessary. I'm not one of those who you can put in your pocket. You begin to command and control. The same thing that brought us where we are. I'm not part of those. I know why I came to the Biafran struggle and I know what I'm doing. I know why I'm still there. We don't have any other alternative. I wish we had. The only alternative we have is Biafra. Biafra is the only solution. Is Biafra. There is no other solution anywhere. It's Biafra. And I will continue to speak for Biafra and continue to demand for Biafra, regardless what is involved. And anybody that is genuinely, seriously talking about Biafra, anybody doing anything to bring down Nigerian government, anybody doing anything to make sure that Nigeria is no more, I don't care who you are. I don't care the angle you come from. I don't care the name you bear. I don't care your religion. I don't care your group. As long as you are standing against this criminal entity called Nigeria, I am with you. Do everything you can do. That is the assignment we have. That is the assignment every Biafran has, to make sure that Nigeria is no more. We don't want to have that name. That name have created a lot of evil. We have suffered enough for that name. We have been persecuted enough for that name. Today, they blackmailed us to the extent today. The hatred in us today, the hatred people have today against Biafra is because of Nigeria. More especially the Igbo Biafrans. The hatred people have against the Igbo Biafran. Some Hausa people have not done anything with the Biafran person. Biafran person has never offended them. They have not done business together, but they just have hatred on a Biafran person. More especially the Igbo person. Once you're an Igbo and they hear this one Biafra, they get angry. There are some people in the southwest, the Yoruba people, that you have never ever been in Biafran land. You never have anything to do with a Biafran person. You have never transacted with an Igbo man, but you hate Igbo. Once you hear Igbo, all your vein will come out. All your vein will come out. The same thing even with some people again, even in our Biafra, in that Biafra land, there are still people who they have poisoned their mind. Nigeria poisoned them. It is Nigeria that will make somebody who speaks Igbo with Igbo surname. He has his first name Igbo, his second name Igbo, his surname Igbo, but he will tell you he's not Igbo. Only in Nigeria. Because of Nigeria. In Nigeria, Ikpere himself, the name itself, Ikpere, is Igbo. The name itself, Ikpere, is Igbo. But still, you will see somebody from Ikpere, that person, Ikpere itself is Igbo. His surname is Igbo. His own name, his own first name is Igbo. His grandfather's name is Igbo. But he will tell you he's not Igbo. We are not forcing you to be Igbo. After all, people take nationality any place they like. People take nationality anywhere they like. There is nothing bad in that. We have some of us Igbos who nationalize in the United States, who nationalize in many countries of the world. Nationalize there, remain there. It's no problem. But where it becomes a problem is when you begin to take it out as a message. Personally, as an individual, if you choose not to be Igbo, nobody's going to force you to be Igbo. It's not by force to be Igbo. It's not by force. Personally, on yourself. But when you begin to drag people into it, begin to preach it as a message, when you know it's a lie, that is where we get the problem. Even me, that is it. If I decide tomorrow that I'm not Igbo, on my own, personally, it is my decision. Nobody can force me to be Igbo. Then that does not mean that my brothers or my family now, I would say they too, they are not Igbo. No, you don't do that. That is where you get it wrong. As an individual, you can choose where you belong, whom you want to be. It is up to you. But because of Nigeria have pushed people to extreme. This is why Nigeria must be destroyed, thrown into dustbin to save life. The confusion you see in Biafra today is because of Nigeria. It is because of Nigeria that Asere Dokubo, an Igbo man, Uzodimma, Asere Dokubo, have taken the contract of taking the life of his own brothers and sisters, and he boasts about it. An Igbo man. Asere Dokubo, an Igbo man, his name is Uzodimma. You see him sometimes, he calls himself Ediabali. He called himself Ediabali. An Igbo man, he'll tell you that he's not Igbo. Because of Nigeria. Because he want to win a contract. Because he want to remain relevant. Because of money. He denied his Igbo-ness. And today he is one of the worst enemy of the Igbos. One of the worst enemies of Igbos. An Igbo man. And this Ascended body, even this Ascended body, there was a time he declared Biafra. He declared Biafra. This person you are seeing, and declared Biafra, made himself a de facto president in homeland. But today, he's the one that's in the front line, in charge of security to fight against Biafra. He's the one who have taken more Biafran life than anybody. Even he has surpassed Wike. Initially, it was Wike. Wike was the one that took the highest life of the Igbos in Obibo. When Wike attacked Obibo, destroyed innocent life, took many people to prison and jail. Wike was holding that title. But today, Asere Dokubo have surpassed him. Asere Dokubo have overtaken Wike only in Nigeria. And why they are doing this thing is because the Biafran people, more especially the Igbo Biafrans, they are very peaceful and peace-loving people. We are not violent. We don't take life. We value life more than anything. It's not in our nature to be violent. It is not. Before an Igbo man will become violent, you must have pushed him and pushed him and pushed him and pushed him, and he has no other place to run to. Then he will push back just to stay alive. That has been what the Igbos are doing. Every time they push back to stay alive. Always. Even the Civil War was self-defense. The Civil War was a pushback to stay alive. It was not meant for it. It was just to stay alive. And I promised that this evening I was going to play one video about an eyewitness testimony of the Civil War, the pogrom, what transpired. I promised that I was going to play that very video, and I'm going to try to see if I can get that video up and play it so that we can see what our people went through. What our people went through. That it has never been easy. We have fought. We have done everything we do. Even when they try to provoke us, The Biafran people have provoked what they have done to Biafran people. You cannot do that to a Fulani and leave the next minute. You cannot do what they did to Biafra, to a Fulani man, and leave the next minute. You cannot. But our own, they will take our life, they will attack us, destroy our property before our own very eyes, and we will still keep silent and be watching them. No other region can tolerate that. No other people can accept that. It is because of the peaceful nature of Biafrans. That is what people have taken advantage, and every time they continue to fight against us. Every time they continue to fight against us. I want us to listen to this eyewitness account of the pogrom during the Civil War. A lot of things happened that people are not talking about. This is going to show you the peaceful nature of the Biafran people. This is to prove to you that Biafran people are not troublemakers. The most peaceful people you can find in that contraption called Nigeria are the Biafrans. And it is because of this peaceful nature that is what other people are taking advantage of every day. Anytime they want to show their anger, it is on Biafra. Anything that happens, Biafran people will be the one to lose their life, lose their property, and nothing happens. No retaliation, no repercussion. Because they know that we don't want to see blood. We don't want to shed blood. We don't want, even our enemies, we value the life of every human being. That is why they have been doing what they're doing. I want you to listen to this eyewitness account of the Civil War, what transpired. Pay attention to what this man had to say. You are going to get a point from it.
My dad was 67 March. So my mom, she goes to Port Harcourt. In 2 years, to then in Menu Street, number 15 Menu Street. So that night, she did railway station in called Port Harcourt. I come was train was shoot well from airport. Train out was tomorrow. So last year, I might have met in the man about. So wherefore that first coach, that exit, wherefore a headless man, only police man, no good for him, no police in the issue. So I can look at now, where teacher can you are now, but I can not about. We never tried to train for 1 hour. Actually, boy, 5 years old, they could be a canal, but people now. Also, kinds of what I done when I man, what only the 2 1 But like I said, what at that point, we only vote to women. Now, I've been in that coca. One morning, I don't know to put out here. If we go. Come so we see about Wabana Coca. Never some or Suba about someone announcer or Stasia said for the announcer or we come on in English. All I went down said that man who have given her like that. And not of that he couldn't guarantee their safety. Indefinitely, unfortunately. As a result of which, they never free and safe passage back to Ekpa. How was enough for the divine Yes. Free and safe passage to Ekpa. And I was free. Even down to the house room, I heard that. Down to Aziza, we get that escort. Down the Punana, Boga, better up for what 2 months in advance. In advance. thing alone is unbearable. Ndani ne naso, mandani naso. Kama aga gwamdi go on, emena. We go to women, Kushina, or Piano, or Madu. The same people lead where they can they watch women. Open our mouth to be here. I don't know to say I to know. All you didn't divide. I don't know why. Device I buy one diamond, and for a young me. And that day, just said, "Oh, God, for the land." Trainers.
Did you hear that testimony? This is an eyewitness account. You can imagine the generosity. You can imagine the generosity. Even when Ojukwu have seen that Biafrans are slaughtered in the north, and they put them in the train to bring to Biafra land, to push it in our face to see what can you do. What kind of provocation will be worse than that? What other provocation will be worse than that? That somebody slaughtered your brother, your sister, your child, and send the cops to you. What other provocation will be more than that? But when Ojukwu saw that, look at somebody, an eyewitness account, he said Ojukwu went to a coal camp in Enugu where they were and promised them and said that he cannot guarantee their safety indefinitely, that he's going to give them a passage back to their place where they come from, the northern part of Nigeria. Not only that, those who are serving in the military, in the army, in Biafra land, he paid them 2 months ahead. He paid them 2 months ahead before they went back. And he told them to carry every of their belongings, including broom, with all the provocation, with all the loss of life, with all the thing that Ojukwu saw. Yet, he never retaliated. He didn't even allow our people to retaliate. He was still ready for peace. But did you hear him? That the same people who he paid salary in advance, the same people that our eternal leader, Dim Odemugojuku, paid 2 months' salary in advance, they came back to attack our eternal leader, Dim Odemugojuku, to take his life. This is our story during the Civil War. I am trying to tell you whom we are. This is whom we are. But today, they are trying to paint us what we are not. Today, the government of Nigeria is painting us blue-black, what we are not. They are painting us what we are not. Sponsoring different kinds of propaganda and blackmail against us. Every single day, when you wake up, you go to their media. It is either the Igbos did this or they did that. Officials of the government in the open accusing Igbos and insulting them falsely, and nobody's held to account. Nobody's held to account. The federal government of Nigeria sponsoring blackmail and propaganda against us. Even in a time where a confession has come to say that even the Igbo coup, which they base their attack on to destroy innocent life, to take the life of millions of Biafrans, most especially children, that was not an Igbo coup. There was no apology. There was no remorse. Instead, they intensify in their attack against us. Instead, they increase their blackmail. Instead, they increase their propaganda. And they want me to fold our hands and say, all is well. Wherever you are as a Biafran, you must prepare yourself. Nigeria is not for you. Nigeria is not for you. And those of you who are still pretending, thinking that somehow Nigeria will later become for you, I'm sorry to disappoint you. The earlier you wake up, the better for you. The earlier you wake up, the better for you. If you don't wake up, you might wake up in your grave, because they will never change. And this attack is against everybody from the old Southeastern region. It is not against the Biafrans alone. But somehow they managed to make some idiots believe that it is just about the Igbos. It is not just about the Igbos. As long as you're from the old Southeastern region, this attack is against you. And the earlier you begin to join your brothers to demand for the end to this zoological republic, the better for you. Nigeria is not meant for anybody. It is not meant for it. The British did not put it in place for you. British did not create Nigeria for you. They created it for themselves, for economic interest. And these accusations you are seeing will never stop. It did not start yesterday. It started even before the amalgamation. The killing didn't start today. It started before the amalgamation. The accusation, false accusation, didn't start yesterday, and it's not going to end. You did nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Go to Lagos State. It is one accusation or the other. And why it is more dangerous is that they have succeeded in being able to capture our own people. They have succeeded in getting our own people involved. Today, they will use a Biafran to attack you as a Biafran. Our own people are the ones that are in the front line today, helping them to push their lies and propaganda. Their own people, our own fellow Biafrans are in the front line, helping them to push it. In Lagos State today, everything we are facing in Lagos today is because of somebody who is a Biafran. And I saw a message that one of our brave sisters sent to him. I think I have to play that message. That message that our sister, a brave journalist, sent to that idiot that called himself, what is he called in Lagos State? Let me see if I can find that message that sister sent to that idiot. This is a man who have lost conscience. A man who has lost dignity. A man who does not even know who he is. I just hope I can be able to find that very message so that I can play it, because that our sister put everything in the right perspectives. She said it exactly the way it is. Unfortunately, okay, let me see. Let's listen to hear what this our sister, the message she has. Let's hear the message of this our sister.
The insecurity in the southeast. It seems to have a lot of information near the southeast. Mana to me him tori kuna achokwanka Iwonile na nulum especially in Lagos. Mana tension between the Igbo and the Yoruba and Lagos so Joe Igbo cause. So Joe Igbo believe on IPOP is a choice organization. Joe Igbo is even worse. Because utterance is Joe Igbo when commissioner and Lagos State number 118 with the appointment. Also, if we go when you put up the question on Yoruba and I Yoruba can I know Yoruba way Yoruba and 9%. So this tension of Lagos, because only line on one Lagos Yoruba state. Man on the buying Lagos state government theatre through this our current president now. When you're on ego, all trances boost to morale in the Yoruba. First, also you will pay one year one day will know Lagos Yoruba land. So Nnamdi will put it now quite in the Europe, Lagos. Only be a bear. In Ghana, Lagos, 7 day will not quite have to you when we hear from us because you will mind to you. Then, secondly, ọjọọ Igbo kwe onye stọpụrụ anyị ime ịgatọ election free because mgbe ha na-campaign for APC hụ na ndị Igbo atụpọtụga ha APC his main campaign wụ ịfọsụ ndị Igbo na ha kwesịrị votu APC na ọ na ha amaghị na ha kwesịrị iso ndị ha nọ be ha. So which means na-emezi ndị Igbo asọbịa in our country because Lagos is our country. And the joy Igbo kpema mgbe ọ gwara anyị na-ekewala ọ na-practice with original government nga gwara ntụ joy Igbo kpe ga-eji na-agwa anyị na ọ Yoruba nwe Lagos so na ndị Igbo bịa anyị ga-anọ ka ndị bịara abịa. Well, I'm surprised because ọ na-ekwu na anybody kwesịrị as a Nigerian onye ọbụla nwere a right in contest election anywhere. The president ndị Ogboni confraternity lawyer gịnị mana erutezi ma aha ya wee gwa ya gwa nke o ji ya n'ọnụ enweghị ihe dị mmadụ na-agwa dị ya jụọ Igbo kpachabere nke ahụ. Ihe ọzọ onye ọ chọrọ isi ụgbọ na awa lọya eji ọfọ pụtara nye reference to riot emere n'obodo oyibo wee chọpụga president ndị obodo oyibo ya bụ aka bụrụ ala oyibo ọfọ wee gụwa ala oyibo wee gụchasịwara anyị terrorist solution nọ n'ala Igbo wee ga ịga ịpọpụ wee ga ịga ihe na ndị ọzọ. Now achọpụtara na Joe Igbo adịghị well informed n'ihe na-eme n'ala Igbo so ka m mee gị inform properly so that ị na-ekwu okwu gị nwe otu si ekwu okwu and nwa m onye mere gị an Igbo leader nye gị the right na-apụta na-ekwu dangerous things na-ekwu otu ndị Igbo in danger na Nigeria today. You are one of those who ọnụ dị ihe ikwu ekwu n'ọnụ heighten relationship ndị Igbo na ndị Yoruba na Lagos. Now Joe Igbo kwe biko ka m jụọ gị ọ na-eme na asa dị gị gbapụtara na channels kwuo na federal government contract change na dị because I mention na mmadụ dị ka gị dị outspoken ekwesịghị ịpụta jụọ federal government. Why? Because federal government dị na ihe ya. Why? Or jụọ federal government elu dị ka security ọ chere asali people nwere ike recruit wee ga n'ala Igbo. That's number one. Number two, na anyị bịa chọpụta na outfit asali people ji wee rụọ ọrụ ebe ha outfit and na ya many investigation chọpụta na enwere ebe IPOB nwere checkpoint and na IPOB apụtala uncountable times kwuo na onwe ya na-eme ihe na-eme n'ala Igbo. Now ihe m chọrọ ka Igbo niile gbakọ because nkịtị na anyị na-agba onye chekwa ochi ya apụta ya ga-apụta na-ekwu nke ọma na nke ọ na-amarụ ka Igbo niile kpọjuo Igbo kwe biko ndị ADS ndị ọhaneze ndị nzukọ ụmụnna ndị otu ndị Igbo gbanyere agbanye biko na ọ dị ka enwere infọmeshọn Joe Igbo kwechi anyị na-amaghị ka kpọọ ya oku ka ọ gwa anyị maka IPOB na-edi na anyị na ọwụọ ha na-akpa mkpamkpa na-eme n'ala Igbo ndị enweghị epụta claim responsibility ka Joe Igbo gwa anyị ọnwụ na enwere infọmeshọn ọma ihe na-eme n'ala Igbo ya gwa anyị because anyị dị ịga ka stọpụ onye na-eme n'ala Igbo or forever shut up. Amaghị m onye mere ya our leader biko ya lere Daniel Bawa na ndị ọzọ wondo spokesperson the president ya jụta ahụ to whether ma ọ ga-enye appointment. But this issue of releasing comments that is capable of putting ndị Igbo in danger, Joe Igbo to stop it. And then my grand Igbo na Joe Igbo na one of ihe Igbo na ya one of ihe na blackmail ndị Igbo because of his own stomach infrastructure and ịdị na-agbachi nkịtị onye pụta ya na-ekwu ihe masị ya about ndị Igbo ihe na-enye anyị nsogbu because the war ọga anyị na-alụ ugbu a na-ahụ na federal gọọmenti ego na-afọ the war n'ala Igbo among us. Anyị nwebụ ndị nwere ike ịgbakọ na atọ ọnụ rụwa ọka ozi ndị na-alụso onwe anyị ọgụ biko na ndị Igbo ka anyị mụrụ anya mara na ndị na-egbu anyị ndị Igbo.
Did you hear that statement that the federal government now fund the war na Igbo? Did you hear it? This woman are not on the ground. She is not just sitting in office and speaking. On the ground, on a Ghana field, memory, made your people ajiju. I have played many of her videos where she go and ask people questions. One of the disturbing things today is that Nigeria have succeeded in recruiting Biafrans, Igbo Biafrans that are helping them to blackmail their own people. This blackmail against us that we are fighting so hard to come out of. The government of Nigeria is sponsoring war, blackmail against us, using our fellow Igbos. That is how bad it is. You see, when I come here, I say I am not part of your propaganda and blackmail. I'm not interested in any useless group we are forming right, left, and center. I'm interested in Biafra. I know what I'm saying. Because all these groups they are forming, at the end of the day, they are going to take it over. They use them to plant wrong seed among us. Plant confusion. You keep on fighting among yourself who is going to lead and who is not going to lead. You keep on fighting yourself to exercise power, to show that you are in charge. While you are doing it, they are busy taking the innocent lives of the Biafran people. The disturbing part is the role some of Biafran people are playing today in blackmailing their own person. This Igbokwe is one person that is in the front line of that very mission, sponsored by the federal government of Nigeria. And what does Ohaneze Ndohin and Ndama do? Ohaneze Ndohin and Ndama cannot even summon him. They can't even summon him and ask him questions. They can't even bravely challenge him the same this way our beloved sister is challenging him. They can't. The politicians can't even call his attention, call him to order. They will not. And we have many Joe Igbokwes everywhere. Even in this Biafra struggle, we have many Joe Igbokwes in different angles, in different areas. And they want me to come to the platform and praise them. They want me to come here and clap for them. They want me to come here and say, I belong to you. You are mad. You're an idiot. I am a Biafra and I belong to Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, I support every group that wants to pull down the Zoological Republic. Mazi, someone ever say he supports every group that is ready to pull down the Zoological Republic. And that is where I stand. Anything that will make Nigeria to become history, to be wiped away completely, that is where I am. Anything short of that, you are on your own. The propaganda against us, what have we done? What has the Biafran people done? What has the Igbo Biafran, more especially, what have we done? Nothing. Just because we are the ones that are speaking for our brothers and sisters, making sure that our voice is heard. We are the ones in the front line, making sure that the voice of Biafrans are heard. We are the ones who have refused to keep silent. We refuse to be quiet. They try to make us, we say we will not be silent, we continue to talk. That is why they are accusing us. Nothing else. And I want you to listen to this. I want you to listen to this. What have we done? Nothing. We did nothing to Nigeria people. It's all wickedness, hatred, envy, and jealousy. We did nothing to the Yorubas. We did nothing to the Hausas, another ethnic group. But they won't let us be.
The leading candidates are concerned. They are all Yorubas. The way that any candidate that was not contest on the platform that Tinubu supports, they were attributing to the Igbo. Who is the Igbo man that wants to be the governor of Lagos? Who is the Igbo man that is going about grabbing people's land? I have friends that are debating that are Yorubas. It is Yoruba people that are grabbing their lands.
This is a lawyer speaking. A lawyer. Most of you know him, a human rights lawyer. You will see him making a case, asking the people in Lagos State. Very important question. You accuse Igbos of this, Igbos of that, accuse Igbos of taking power. Igbos. Which Igbo man is contesting for governorship in Lagos State? You accuse Igbos of land grabbing. Who is grabbing land in Lagos? Every land that Igbos own in Lagos, they bought it. Legitimately, they bought it. Sometimes, even when they refuse to buy, you chase them, you meet them, you beg them. You beg, you go on knees and beg them to buy. They buy the land. And later you call it land grabbing. I want you to hear what the question this guy is asking them.
The leading candidates are concerned. They are all Yorubas. The way that any candidate that was not contest on the platform that Tinubu supports, they were attributing to the Igbos. Who is the Igbo man that wants to be the governor of Lagos? Who is the Igbo man that is going about?
Anybody that contests in a party that Tinubu does not support, they will say that man, they will link him to the Igbos. They will say that guy is Igbo. Either his grandfather or his grandmother or anything that has to do with him is Igbo. A very dangerous president that they are laying in Lagos State, led by Tinubu. If you come out from any party that does not belong to Tinubu, they will use that ethnic bias. Knowing that the Igbos have population in Lagos, they will use that ethnic bias and tell that that person is Igbo. As long as you're not in APC, you are an Igbo. They continue to play this card, and you want us to still remain with them.
We cannot change Nigeria without being honest. This tribalism is meant to be APC in power. And I'm speaking as someone that has documented hatred for PDP. So you cannot say I'm speaking because, and by the way, when they say Igbo, why do you put some of us?
Listen to this question he asked. You see, these people in Nigeria, these intelligent people, they know that they are Igbos. They know that this person that is speaking is a Biafran from Biafra and from Ibibio. Ibibio is Igbo, and he knows very well. That is why he is diplomatically asking them this question. Every intelligent person that listens to this question will know why this guy is asking them this question. I want you to pay attention to the question he's going to ask. Pay attention to this question. You will understand why he asked that question. He's an Ibibio man.
Documented hatred for PDP. So you cannot say I'm speaking because, and by the way, when they say Igbo, why do you put some of us? I'm from my family, I don't speak Igbo. I've never lived in Igbo land. I'm a proud Igbo man. But when you look at me, what do you see?
Igbo man.
Nigeria has an Igbo problem.
When they look at you, they see an Igbo man.
Honest about it. Nigeria.
I want you to, when he asked, after he said that, he said, when you look at me, what do you see? What they see is an Igbo man. He's introduced himself as somebody from an Ibibio. He doesn't speak Igbo. He has not lived in Igbo land. But when they see him, who do they see? They see an Igbo man. Whenever they see him, any place he go, they see him as an Igbo man. That is the message this guy is passing. But you see some of the idiots, some of them are still running from pillar to pole, trying to create a Nigeria that doesn't exist. Creating something that doesn't exist anywhere. There is nothing called Nigeria. I want you to listen to this, what this guy said again. Listen to him.
I'm a proud Igbo man. But when you look at me, what do you see?
Igbo man.
Nigeria has an Igbo problem. And we have to be honest about it. Nigeria has another problem from the Civil War. Nigeria was not that problem. And please, in summary, the solution to the issue is rule of law. Everybody should be subjected to the law. When you violate the law, you should be treated as someone that has violated the law. The law should not look at you as a Yoruba man. The law should not look at you as a Hausa man. The law should not look at you as a Muslim or Christian. Let us be honest with ourselves. Say someone is married by the person. So tomorrow, if the people want to become of Lagos State, you will say that it's stated law. This is politics that is going on. And if we are not honest to address it, we will continue to live.
You can imagine the evil. That Sheyi Tinubu is married to an Igbo woman. I pity that Igbo. You see, our ladies should be very, very careful. Our women, you people should be very careful who you marry. Many people that come to marry our ladies do not marry because of love. They marry our people out of pride. And because they have a motive. Every one of them that is going for Igbo lady, they have a motive for it. They know how precious our women are. They know the pride that goes along with being a husband to an Igbo woman. They understand it. And every time you see them go for Igbo woman, that is what they are chasing. They are chasing that pride. They are going after it for. They don't behave like us. Like when you see an Igbo man marry from any tribe, he is genuinely in love. Igbo man does not just go and marry because he wants to marry. When Igbo man marries from another tribe, he genuinely wants to get married. And it is because he loves that person. But not the same thing. When you see a Yoruba person marry an Igbo woman, go and look deep. There is something attached to it. There is something. There is a statement that the person wants to make. There is something attached. Either for one interest or the other. Either political interest or for pride, or for one thing or another. We want to make a statement. Unlike when we want to get married to other tribes, we genuinely do it. We don't always do, but when we do, we genuinely get married. But when it comes to them, you can imagine. What do you think What do you think this Sheyi Tinubu, the son to Tinubu, getting married to an Igbo woman? I wonder how that lady feels in their house. I wonder how the position she takes in that family. I can't understand. This was the same thing we saw FK, the one they call FFK. Fani Kayode married an Igbo woman. An Igbo woman that gave him two sons, or is it 3 sons? And still yet, he hates that very lady. Still yet, he was in the front line of saying that somebody who has an Igbo mother cannot be the governor of Lagos State. He was in the front line of it. Today, Sheyi Tinubu married an Igbo man. So when Sheyi Tinubu's son comes up to be a governor, do you think that will ever happen? Our women should be very careful. Our women should be, more especially, I'm saying it, be very careful with the Yoruba marriage. There are wonderful ones, there are good ones, but you must be very, very careful, extra careful. Extra careful. Most of them, their love is not real. Their love is not real. Most of them, they attach something to their love. They attach something. We must be very careful. A very wonderful speech. But I ask you, how can your generation put an end to it when you are still talking about one Nigeria? That is the $1 million question. How can your generation end this ethnic bias, this hatred against the Igbos, when you are still preaching one Nigeria? The only way to end this ethnic bias and wickedness is to end Nigeria itself. When you end Nigeria, this hatred will die a natural death. Everybody will grow. When we call for the end of Nigeria, it is not out of hatred. We are not calling it for people to die. We are saying, let every region go back to where they come from, be whom you were before the British came. Let the Hausa people be in the north. As we all know that in the core north, they are comfortable with the Sharia. Go along with their Sharia and live with it. Let the Oduduwa people be on their own place. They love their monarchical system. They can practice it, or secular system if they want. In Biafra land, we are Republicans and we like the secular system. Allow us to be whom we want to be. Let the middle belt be on their own, be whom they want to be. Genuinely. Later on, when each and every one of them have built themselves and made themselves who they want to be, the relationship will still continue. We can still do business together. We can still intermarry. We can coexist as neighbors. It doesn't change anything. The only thing that will come in is that everyone will respect each other. There will be mutual respect for one another. And it is that mutual respect that is very, very important to us that we're asking for. Why is it too much? Why is it difficult for people to understand? Why is it difficult to grant us this simple request? We will never stop. We will continue to demand for the breakup of the Zoological Republic to save life. We will continue to demand the breakup of the zoo to save life. I appreciate everyone that have been with me on this program this evening. You know, our evening section is always 1 hour, or highest 1 hour 30 minutes. We have come to the end of the program, and I thank everyone that have played a part on the seat at home of today. Many Biafrans seated at home. Many participated. It was a success as always, and we will never look back. no matter the propaganda, no matter the blackmail. We have no other thing. If you have any other option than sit at home, please present it to us. Let's see. If you don't, support sit at home. That is all we have. That is the strongest weapon that we have. If you don't want to support sit at home, present something to us that you feel is more superior than sit at home. If you don't have anything more superior, please support the sit at home. We have achieved a lot through it. Sit at home have kept the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and still keeping the legacy of Mazi Simon Ekpa alive. That is the only voice we have. You cannot protest in Nigeria. You cannot do anything in Nigeria. The only voice we have is sit at home. It is our protest. It is our petition. And we will continue to do what we have to do until we get to the promised land. So my fellow Biafrans that are watching this program, wherever you are watching me from, I want you to remember, Biafra freedom is in our hands. And unity is our strength. Don't ever forget that. Unity is our strength. Support the struggle the best way you can. Share this message. Let the world know that Biafra cannot be crushed until Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are free. Until our land is free, we will not bow. Go and tell it to the world. Run with this message. Preach it. Share it to all platforms. Until our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, and our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, are free. Until our land is completely free, we will not bow. We will not stop. And we will not surrender. It is Biafra or nothing. I thank you all for being part of this program today. Thank you for joining me on this evening section. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, we are going to come back and continue on a program. Join us in tomorrow morning's program. Share the program to all platforms. Share the family and friends. If you have not yet liked this program, please click like and share. It will not cost you money. Like is not a super chat. Like does not consume your data. Click like and share so that others can get this message. We know that they are attacking our platform. We know that there is so many attack and campaign against our platform, but I bet you one with God is majority. We are not backing down. Even if it is one person that we have, we will continue to speak until we are free. Thank you so much for being part of this program. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every Biafran in the homeland. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will grant all of you safety and security. Build a wall of fire around you. Kidnappers will never see you. No accidental bullet will touch you. Every one of you in Biafra land will raise the flag of Biafra very, very soon. I pray for our leaders, our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I pray for divine protection, for divine healing, for divine strength. I pray that he will join us October. Every forces that would trying to truncate his freedom, Chukwu Okike Abiama will bind them. I pray for our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, for divine protection, for strength, for wisdom, for knowledge, for understanding. I pray that wherever he is, any pit they dig for him, they will fall into it. Any trap they set for Mazi Simon Ekpa, they will fall into it. We know that all things are going to work for good to us because we believe in Chukwu Okike Abiama. Everything will turn to our own good. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafra shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our leaders shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. See you tomorrow morning, our normal time. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.
Nigeria don't enter one chance, I swear. Now go with the go so. Yes, men, they kill us every day, for them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they are they run to? Who be that? I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat love. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive them. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come. It is very close at the film. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it on. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collected bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses. One of them they